My name is Frank Zambrano. I play the role of Detective Parinello, a detective that's emotionally involved into this film due to the circumstances that something happened to my son, and the guy that I'm uh, um, talking to was one of his best friends. So I'm there trying to be professional, but yet at the same time find a personal involvement into the case. Like I said, Detective Parinello is a good cop. Been doing it for many years. However, he's such a good cop. Sometimes his character failed to be able to help his own son fighting with the drug addiction. And in this case, his son had a best friend. And in their encounters back and forth, he ends up dying of an overdose with his best friend, who I now have to interrogate and try to act as professional as I can at the same time fighting the personal um, dilemma of not treating this as something that I would like to treat it as, but to treat it as a cop should. So, I mean, it depends on the perspective. He's like I said, he's a good cop. He's really good. However, he failed somewhere down the line with his son. Whether he knew he had a drug addiction or couldn't really control his drug addiction, and at the end of the day, you can't really make someone do something. So to play this character was a little tough because how do you separate from being a cop and being a father, where he kind of dropped the ball on that a little bit, and now he has a chance to try to save this kid who was his own son's best friend from going down the same path that his son went through, almost like trying to make up for what he did wrong with his own son to another human being. You know, I mean, obviously, he probably looks at me as a father figure, my character. Um, for him to be best friends with my son, he had to see some kind of involvement, and maybe his father wasn't involved in his life, right? So he at least he tried. He's seen me try to find out what's going on in my own son's life, but at the same time, still wanting to have fun because their youth will make them want to not listen to their parents, right? Does that make sense? And just have a good time without even knowing about the consequences. So in their heads, nothing was ever going to happen, and I was just an overprotective father. So he has to look at me somewhat as a father figure. At the same time, now he's going to look at me as the cop who's trying to prosecute him. So there's going to be a little guiltiness in how he answers his questions, how he looks at me. So he's going to be fighting with his own demons as I am. I couldn't do it as a detective. Obviously, I'm just acting as a detective, but as a father, and having a son, absolutely. Because when you're acting with the rest of the actors that are on set and everything, you're not acting with the actor. You're acting with the character. And what helps me as an actor is to tap in. What if my son was the one who died? How could I really talk to this guy professionally? I mean, literally, in reality, I probably should have been taken off the case, but I wasn't. So that's what made me. It demanded me to be very uh, emotional in a positive way to try to. I couldn't help my son, my character, but I could probably help him. And the solo scene I had with the character, um, literally when I was when the cameras were all rolling and it was just me and him. In order to be able to do this, to read the script that I had to do it, it wasn't enough. I had to dig down personally and find that emotional state of mind and act as if it was my son doing it. And it became really hard to do. But at the same time, like I lost consciousness of everything that was around me, and it was just me and him, and it was no longer acting. I just acted as if this was my son's best friend. That because of him, my son overdosed. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the fact that we went back and forth. If you when you look at the film, you're going to see us go back and forth. And I'm trying to do the right thing, be a policeman, and investigate. And at the same time, I'm actually trying to be a father as well to plead with him to stop doing what he's doing. That it's not too late. That it's never too late. That if you just have 1 ounce of hope, that one person that cares about you. Maybe you don't have to go down that road because most of the people that are on the drugs, in their head they feel alone, even though they're surrounded by people that they're having a fun time with. They still feel alone on the inside, and just that glimpse of hope that I wanted to give to him to save his life. You could see in his mind he was already on a path because he knows that he doesn't believe anyone cares. Nobody cares. So so in his mind, it's like that syndrome where someone's afraid to be successful. He was already on a path to destruction. He didn't give a shit about nothing. He don't care. He don't care. And in that moment when another adult that's not his blood and is not related cares about him, it kind of throws him off. It kind of is like, damn it, now I have to rethink everything. Now it's like he gets pissed. He gets pissed because now you have no excuse no more. That character has no more excuse to go down that path because there is someone that loves him. There is someone that cares about him. There's no reason for him to go down that path. So that kind of throws him all off. Now he's upset about it. Now he's understanding that he understands that he's going down the wrong path, but he don't know how to get out of it. He don't know how to come back. You can see it in his face. He wants to try. He sees it, and then he no, it's not because that's not normal to him. It's not normal for to be cared about.
And he lost his father too.
Yeah, so he lost.
You became the father.
Yeah, so now there's no excuse, and now he's wondering like, what does he do? He doesn't know what to do because it's not normal. If someone who's never been loved before and they've been cheated on by every relationship they've been in, the moment they get a person in their life that really truly loves them, it feels awkward to them. It feels awkward, and that's why they self-sabotage. And that character there is self-sabotaging. But now when he comes to the realization that, oh shit, I don't have to go down that path. Now he's feeling the pain of it. Now he's feeling the pain. Now he's thinking about his friend Louis. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to go down that way, and now he's gone. What does he do now? He's in uncharted territory. So he's confused. You can see it in his eyes. Because I'm not a police officer at that moment.
Yeah.
I'm not a police officer. I'm a father. I'm a father who couldn't save his son, but his son's legacy his son's death should not be in vain. His son's death should be the birth of the life of a new path for this character. Well, what I learned for sure, to be an actor in anything that you do, what we do here in film, not about being a method actor, but what I learned is you can't act with the other actor. I know it seems silly, right? That's a silly way to put it. You can't act with the other actor. Your character has to act with the actor's character, and you have to tap into something personal that you felt before, because it's not just about regurgitating the words and playing a role, whatever. You have to believe that that person is that character is the person that you're trying to relate to in your life, because it's no longer acting. Now you're bringing an emotion that's in there subconsciously into the conscious realm of everyone to see it, because the film catches everything. I mean, put an actor on mute and watch him act. Look how he looks. You could tell in his eyes what if he believes what he's saying, and that's what makes a good actor, when they believe what they're saying and they forget. Because I'll tell you the truth, when I was doing that scene, there were all the people in the room. I didn't see anybody anymore. You go into a different realm that it's just you and that person, and then when you hear cut, like, whoa, wow, that's crazy. That's not acting. That's an experience that you're projecting. And that's why it's always important to get the right roles, because if you don't have that experience somewhere else to tap into, how would you project where it's believable to the audience. You can't do it. I got one son. All I had to do is pretend it was my son that died of an overdose, and I'm talking to his best friend now, because I have anger and I have sadness, and I have frustration, because I want him to see what I see, and that's what makes the film great, you know. Heart, all heart, because he's a father. He's a father first. He's doing his job. He's a good cop, but in one word, he's a father that cares. It's not about the money he gets paid for every week or bi-weekly, whatever they get paid for. Um, it's about making a difference and making something matter, that he was here for a purpose, for something. If he could just save one life on this planet, then he's done a good job. And even though he couldn't save his son, he's trying to save his son's best friend, the character. I mean, that's what the audience is going to feel, you know. Listen, guys, to do what we do, we love what we do. It's not even work for us. It's a passion. We would do it. I'd rather do this for $10 than go make $100 out in the street doing anything else we got to do. But the only way we keep doing this is that we get donations to help us project our experiences that other person might relate. Someone watching this might be able to relate to one of the characters, and it might save a life at the end of the day. It really does, because you never know who's listening or who's watching. $1 that you donate could help to this cause, what we do. It's a good thing to do. What are you gonna do? Spend it at a bar?
Thank you.